Hello and welcome to StroongeCast episode 74.
Why 13?
That's a very good question. There we go. Had to put my keyboard down over to the side. Why 13? Well, it's the 13th today for you, unless you're a YouTube member and hearing it early, which, if you want to do, is cool. But for us, it's the 12th at the moment. So why 13 is actually quite a good one. But before we get to that, how are you and how have you been?
Yeah, not too bad. I feel like this week's going really fast.
Yeah, it does seem that way already.
Yeah. The kids are nearly on half term. Just got today and tomorrow. Or today.
For you?
If it's Friday. So that'll be nice.
Well, you know what that means. I guess it means another takeaway because it's Friday and it's what we do.
That is what we do when it's the end of a half term.
Yes.
And yeah, just I think
You've been busy more than last week. You've been in and out of the house a lot more and stuff.
yeah, I have been busy. But yeah, fine though. I can't think of anything significant that's happened or particularly interesting.
No.
My mum and my aunt are on a really fun little trip in Scotland.
Yes.
They went on Monday on the sleeper train.
That does sound really cool.
Really cool. So they went from London to Inverness overnight. And then another little train to Nairn, I think is where they're staying, which is like really high up Scotland, like right at the top.
Wow.
So they've been there and then they come back tomorrow. But yeah, they're having a very nice cold time.
Extra cold.
Extra cold.
With an extra side of cold.
Yeah.
So is that coming back tomorrow equals Friday or coming back tomorrow equals Saturday?
Friday.
Right. Will they be on the way back by the time this comes out then? Or are they coming back in the evening?
No, well, it's an all-day thing because they're not doing the sleeper train coming home.
Okay.
Because it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
So it'll be like quite a long day, I think.
I've never gone all the way from London to Scotland.
No. Well, they have to... I think it might even be 3 trains my mum has to get. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a long day of travel for her.
Yeah.
But yeah. Nothing else from my side.
No.
What about you?
Although that does sound really interesting and I'd love to go get some recordings. Well, my sister came over on Wednesday. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Haven't seen her in a good while. My baby sister, I should say. Have a few of them.
Who's nearly 18.
Who's nearly 18. So she's still my baby sister.
Of course.
And yeah, we had a nice afternoon. I bought her lunch and I didn't let her leave empty-handed. I sent her away with some goodies because I can't help myself really. And honestly, yeah, it's apart from that, it's been quite a quiet week, I think. Did some work for my dad on a piece of music and yeah, honestly, it's about it. Bit of vibe coding, but nothing super fun and exciting this week for me, apart from my sister. As I say, that's it. Yeah, quiet one. Next week, I suppose, will be busier if we do something.
Yeah, we'll try and do something. Jake's still in the middle of mock exams, so
yeah.
He'll be doing lots of revision. But yeah, we'll try and do something.
We should at least do, one thing would be good.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. I think having a bit of a more relaxed week next week would be nice. I'm feeling a bit wrung out, oddly.
Oh. You need that immunity shot.
Oh, yeah.
A little drink that's in the
Sat
fridge.
in the fridge. You know what? Actually, I'd probably take them. I could definitely do with that.
Yeah.
It would suit me.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you find them, by the way? We never talked about those. They are useful.
They sell them in most supermarkets. I can't remember what brand they are, but they're like a different kind of, it's very in at the moment to take these kind of shot drinks. So they're usually ginger, very ginger heavy.
Yeah.
But there's other ones. So I don't really like ginger. I find it a bit too strong for me.
I'm going to have you drink ginger beer then.
No. But I had the gut
stuff.
health one, which was really nice. It was strawberry and something else I can't remember, but it was really, really nice.
Yeah.
And then I got you the ginger immunity boost, because ginger's really good for your immune system and when you're feeling a bit run down, and
Yes.
perk
love
you up
that.
a bit.
Actually, wonder if you get ginger beer in the US. I'm imagining you must. But we get very, very strong
I thought ginger beer
here.
was American.
It's Caribbean, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's
I'm
great.
sure they do. I'm sure I've heard it on, American comedy shows
Yeah.
and stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, what
Quiz
was
question?
the quiz question? I can't remember what it was.
It was, where was the world's first speeding ticket issued?
Okay.
And the answer was England. The driver was rumoured to be going 8 miles per hour.
8 miles per hour.
Yeah, going too fast. So well done to David.
When did they say this was?
So they knew more information than I was given in the quiz question info. They said it was issued in 1896 in East Peckham.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, a long, long time ago.
Yes.
So the quiz question for this week is: if you had cynophobia, which animal would scare you?
Def leopards.
Is it A, dogs, B, cats, C, birds, or D, snakes?
Oh, wow.
Cynophobia.
Interesting.
So you can think about that.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
So why are we scared of the number 13 exactly? What is it that freaks us out about it?
Well,
At least I think more Western than other cultures.
yeah. So having a little look at it's a long-standing superstition, mainly in Western culture, that this day, Friday the 13th, is unlucky. And some people think that bad things are, definitely going to happen on that day.
Yeah.
No one 100% knows where it comes from, but there's a few different theories that, people have thought about over the years. So you've got the first one, which goes back to the Bible.
Yeah.
Judas was the disciple that betrayed Jesus, and he was the 13th guest to sit down at the Last Supper.
Oh, yeah.
In Norse mythology, a dinner party of gods was ruined by the 13th guest called Loki, who caused the world to be plunged into darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think those were the two that came up. The main one was the Bible that came up as to why people are so afraid of it.
I want to know what the Friday significance is.
That I have as well, because there are lots of mentions as to why Friday is difficult. So for hundreds of years, Friday's been considered the unluckiest day of the week. So there were some stories in the Bible where bad things happened on Fridays. So the day of the Great Flood began, and some people believe that it's the day that Adam and Eve committed the first sin.
Tut.
In the Canterbury Tales, written in the 1300s, the author said, on a Friday fell all the mischance. In Britain, Friday was known as Hangman's Day because it was usually when people would be condemned to death and hung or hanged.
And yet it's the day we have fish and chips.
Well, but Good Friday, the day of Jesus Christ's crucifixion, is thought to be the only Friday that bucks the trend, hence the name Good Friday.
Oh.
Yeah. Sailors thought setting sail on Friday was unlucky, but would sometimes begin a long voyage on Good Friday because of its holy connections. So the combination of the Friday and the 13th is like a relatively recent tradition, maybe only 100 years of putting the two together. So people were afraid of the number 13 and people were afraid of Friday, but didn't necessarily put the two together.
That sounds like when they were sailing and got scurvy and didn't put it together either.
Yeah. So I think the first time it's noted that it was written about was in an article in a French literary magazine in 1834, where it states, "It is always Fridays and the number 13 that bring bad luck." So that's the first time it's kind of noted as being put down.
And until then, it's almost like urban legend or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they're just not connected together. A French play from the same year has a character which says, "I was born on a Friday, December 13th, 1813, from which came all of my misfortunes."
I actually wonder
kind
if
of
that's a real date or not. I'm tempted to wonder. I have to look it up.
You can look it up. You can do that with your little
Yeah.
app thing. So when we talk about it being like more of the Western culture that is, you know,
That was a Monday.
okay.
He lied.
Well, it was a play.
He lied.
In other cultures, Fridays are absolutely fine. So in Islam, Fridays are thought to be the holiest day of the week. In Judaism, Friday evening marks the start of Shabbat, the Jewish day of rest, while the number 13 is generally also considered lucky.
Right.
People in Spain and Greece consider Tuesday the 13th to be unlucky, while in Italy it's Friday the 17th. And in Japan and China, the 4th of April is thought to be unlucky.
That's squared. 4-4, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. The one in Italy, so the fear of the 17th day of any month is supposed to be because the Roman numeral, which is XVII, 17, can be rearranged to spell VIXI, which means my life is over in Latin.
Okay, people just have to mess with anagrams, really. That's a high school doodle on whatever passes for a napkin. And, oh, it's scary now.
Yeah. People also think that 13 is considered cursed because it's the number after 12, which many people see as the number that completes things. So we have 12 months in a year, there's 12 inches in a foot, 12 pairs of ribs in the body. Like, people really pull at strings in these situations.
So basically, pre-internet conspiracy theories.
I guess so, yeah.
Great.
The number 13 makes people feel uncomfortable, I guess. And some people are, actually have an actual phobia of the word.
It's a great word.
Of the date. And the word is Triskaidekaphobia.
That's the one.
Yeah. I've practiced really hard to be able to say that.
It's a great word, though.
Which is a fear of the number 13. So it's not necessarily Friday the 13th, but the number 13.
What about skipping it in buildings? They do that.
Yeah, they do. In like hotels and things, certain hotels and things, when they build them, they will skip floor 13. Or any of the others, because I know in Japan and China, they skip floors, but I don't think it's not going to be the number 13. I wonder if it's the 4th floor, or maybe it's a different, but I know that there are.
I have heard of that.
Yeah, it's not 13 though. I can't remember exactly what it is that they.
One of our Japanese speakers, Garrett or Dwayne, tell us. You'll know.
Yeah. And the word, so the Triskaidekaphobia, that comes from the ancient Greek and translates to fear of number 13.
Yeah. Tris. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a good word. Tridec. So 310.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially. So now we have to find like a tridecahedron shape. Just keep it around.
Yeah.
Be an interesting look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've seen dodecahedrons before. Never seen a tridecahedron.
But yeah. So that is the information that I have for you.
What's your thoughts on 13? Do you fear about it?
Well, we live at number 13,
Yeah.
which I do remember when we were moving and we found out, I was like more excited that, we were moving. And I remember a friend at the time saying to me, oh my gosh, you're moving into number 13. That's so unlucky. And like making it a really big deal. Didn't feel unlucky to me. Like I wasn't bothered.
No.
I am not bothered. Friday the 13th has never been a bad day for me or anything.
Not really me either, to be fair.
No, I can't think of anything. Certainly not anything that significantly has happened that I would remember as opposed to any other day. So, but then I'm not hugely superstitious.
No. There is a good show that we could watch today, though, isn't there?
Inside Number 9.
Yes.
There is an episode, yeah.
Dedicated to this topic.
Yeah.
It's a really good one.
But what's it? Can you remember what it's called? Because it's not the Triskaidekaphobia, is it? I thought it was called something else.
I think it might be, We'll have to check the listings, but I'm almost sure that it was that name. I remember the announcer, the audio describer, having to say it at least once.
It's not. It begins with a P.
Oh, okay.
But I
could be misremembering
that I can say that.
Inside Number 9 is a British, it's not even a sitcom, it's a dark comedy. Black comedy, they call them, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And each episode is anthology style, so you can watch whatever you want. But it's a favourite of ours.
Sorry, I'm just trying to read the word to figure out if I could even attempt to say it, but I really don't think I can.
Okay.
It's really, really long.
I was thinking about this, and Friday Night Dinner didn't do a Friday the 13th episode, did they?
No.
Surprisingly. Think of all the crazy things that would have befallen them. Like Jim would have fallen through the roof or something.
Probably. Or maybe they just didn't want to be superstitious. Turn it into a superstitious thing. Do you think you have any other superstitions that you do sort of believe in or wonder about or think about?
Well, I don't walk under ladders.
That's
to be fair. That's just sensible, to be honest. Yeah. And I wouldn't see if a black cat crossed my path, so how would I even know?
I grew up with black cats, so I don't think that's true. We always have black cats cross our path. Black cats are just cats.
Yeah.
And actually, it's quite sad because in cat rehoming centres and things, a lot of the cats are black because people stupidly believe things like that.
Right.
So they're not the first to get picked for rehoming or whatever.
Oh, gosh.
Being looked after.
People's madnesses.
Exactly.
It's not that deep, people, I promise.
Exactly. It's just their connection to supposed witches,
You can find more witches on Instagram than you can in a black cat.
Definitely. But yeah, I don't think I'm a very superstitious person. My dad always had certain things at home. Like you don't put shoes on the table. New shoes. You don't put new... I think it's shoes in general, but he was always really funny about new shoes. So,
Okay.
if you got like a box...
Yeah.
Don't put shoes on the table.
Why?
I don't know.
If they haven't been on the floor.
Him why. We just... It was just always one of those things. Don't open umbrella inside.
Well, that's just common sense. It doesn't fit through the door properly.
But there are superstitions like that, aren't there?
In the same way that you don't inflate your life jacket on the plane because you won't get through the door. You don't need to open an umbrella inside. You're probably likely to take out someone's eye or the light shade or just not get through the door.
True.
So that's just sensible. People turn a lot of things like that into superstition. Well, it's
just old wives' tales.
Common sense. Weird. Don't chuck the baby with the bathwater.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Definitely don't do that.
Nope. Silly, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And people be strange. So you must have some of these where you come from. Maybe superstitions in your family or things that you just don't do, won't do, can't do.
Yeah. Or tell us if you believe in Friday the 13th. If anything awful has ever happened to you, so now you're not a big fan of the day.
Did you get fired on that day? Did you have to fire someone on that day? Ooh. Being Friday, it'd be the end of the week, so it's very possible. I don't know when our next one is. And I don't know when the last one was.
You always have at least one a year. I think it's between 1 and 3. So last year, I think we had it in June.
Oh.
I think I read that.
Yeah, I should try to find out. It's just interesting. And actually, you know what? I wonder if there's a statistic, I almost couldn't say that word, of more accidents happening worldwide on that day because of what people believe.
That's it. There will be more accidents because people will be thinking about it more.
Yeah.
You know, when you it's like when, I don't know, something comes up and then suddenly you start seeing that word everywhere or that thing everywhere. It's not the fact that suddenly it shows up everywhere. It's the fact that your brain is drawn to it.
It's like a hyper focus. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I had that with Alice. The name Alice.
Yeah. And now
I see it everywhere.
Read it in books all the time, or you meet people all the time. You would never have paid attention to that.
No.
You never would have thought about it. It's like when you're pregnant, you suddenly start seeing pregnant women everywhere. Or, you know, babies, whatever. It's just because you're thinking about it more. Like you say, you're hyper focusing on it.
Yeah. And when I'm on holiday in a non-English speaking country, my ears always prick up for English.
Yeah.
Always.
That ties really nicely, kind of.
Yeah?
Into my Stroonge news.
All right then.
A US father has revealed what it was like to have a neuropsychiatric condition which left him speaking Spanish after waking up from an operation. So he underwent surgery on his right knee after sustaining a football-related injury. And when he woke up post-surgery in recovery, he was speaking fluent Spanish to everybody around him. This has subsequently happened 3 times to him after 3 separate surgeries. Now, it only lasts about 20 to 30 minutes before he's back to speaking English. But he has claims that he's only ever taken 1 year of Spanish classes in high school. So nothing hugely significant. The only thing he can think is that he grew up with in an area of quite a lot of Hispanic, in a large Hispanic community. And so he sort of heard the language quite a lot.
So it's sort of subconscious.
I guess so, yeah. But I mean, you hear a language, you don't necessarily know what it means.
No.
But yeah, it seems that every time he has an anesthetic for surgery, for the period of time when he first wakes up, he's fluently speaking Spanish to everybody.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
This is not the first time we've heard of things like this.
No. In fact, it's really bizarre because only just yesterday, Alice was telling me about a story that she'd read. And actually I had heard this one where somebody woke up from surgery with a Japanese accent.
You showed me a TV program of somebody.
Yeah, I think it was this morning.
With some kind of accent. I don't remember what. After surgery.
I think it was there is the Japanese accent, and then there's also the Caribbean accent. I mean, that's a bit different than actually speaking that whole other language, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it strange what the brain does after events? You know, particularly traumatic events, I guess.
Yeah. Well, people do say, you know, we don't use a lot of our brain.
Yeah, that is definitely true in a lot of cases.
So yeah, all sorts of things hidden in there.
Yeah. What I find really interesting about the brain is that you can forget something and then someone can tell you about something that happened and it can like reappear, you know? Memory is not always permanently gone. But then when it's not permanently, where is it stored? And why can't we recall it?
Yeah.
It honestly baffles me. The brain baffles me so much.
It's like a really, really complicated filing system, isn't it?
Yeah, that loses things.
Are not always... Well, the brain doesn't. We do.
We do. It's like we lose access to it.
Yeah, we're not always aware of where it's been stored.
So strange. But that's us. We also, I suppose, could be considered strange. But that's why you're here.
Yes.
Tell us all your fun stories for the week. We'd love to hear from you. And do, if you want to, consider becoming a YouTube member so you get this a day early. the day that we record it instead of the day after the fact. It'd be lovely to have you along. Yeah. More comments. We like comments. And the more we have, the more we can read out, you see.
Exactly.
So, thanks for being with us, and thanks for listening as always, new and old alike. And until next time.
Bye.